it was brutal when they played against DRX. Everything was going wrong for them.
Pretty much the same pistol round. And here's that TP.
And here it is, an adjustment already. John dominates the angle and the smoke on top of it. The anchoring is tested. But it's Zelsis and John side by side, shoulder to shoulder, make short work of Team Liquid.
It is crazy for Team Liquid to try to run the Mako double TP.
Same play.
The exact same play. You know that Sen have looked at that in the VOD review and gone, well, we're never going to let that happen to us again.
Yeah. Team Liquid going back to the old walkabouts, but Nats is cleaned up momentarily, and it leaves it just to Paddy Tech in a 1v4. An open side over towards A, might be able to get a plan, but
possibly
past that point.
Seen magic from him before at international events on this map. Pulling out low HP, insane clutches. This one, though, I think is stretched too far as soon as the door opens as well. They even have a flash to try to slow him down. It's going to be difficult for Paddy to do anything other than just get the plan here and get some extra money for the team.
I think he's going for it. He's trying to force the fight nice and early here, and Zekken does want to square up, takes his head clean off. See it now, sees out through the back, long distance fight, they just shoved absolutely everything into the fray, and the salvos, but they just clean up Zekken like that. Smokes through as well, a bit of spam alongside it. Team Liquid happy to oblige and partake in the bloodbath. Here's the rate here, an off angle. He's got to try and make a play here, but what can you do against the rifles? Not too much. Folds with ease. Leaving it just down to Zelsis here. It's inevitable at this point for Team Liquid.
Sen couldn't really put up too much resistance. And there was a chance if the Season 8 had caught perfectly onto Kiko, maybe they could have snowballed it forwards. Zelsis not able to land the shot there onto a player that would have gone down in a single bullet. But you don't want to keep the Outlaw either.
No. Being hunted down. He's spotted out, so flawless.
Great thinking about recontesting. There's 4 players over here, but what's the go button?
Ball's open again. There's a flash into the face of a few of these players. Seizes, narrowly dodged and juked as well. Meanwhile, fight taken, but Johnny's got way too much to overcome into that spot, and full evacuation. Team Liquid, they got 5 players surviving, holding their ground for now, but now again, okay, so a bit more proactivity from Sentinels.
Nats could find the timing on the lurk. He's realized there's no thorns here, obviously no wall as well. No vice wall, I suppose I should say. And he's taken deep information. Sen know that this is a possibility, but do they think about Nats being quite this deep?
Being very cautious themselves. A lot of contact plays. Make sure that they can hold all the angles. Adjusting to the side of the smoke and bang. Sniffs that something's up. Can tell that there's something odd about this situation. They know that Heaven's not going to be cleared out. Sen themselves grouping up now for the retake. Now, it's explosive at that. Team Liquid looking to try and dominate this one angle up through Heaven as well. If they can take away this space, it makes it that much harder. But Sentinels just paving a way across the site. They've managed to get themselves access to it, and Kiko just dropped onto 10 HP in a dream, yet still, dreams might be made manifest, not quite. Falls in the end there, so Sentinels is going to be challenged though, potentially. This is all in, very much so. Thrown to lead the charge. Okay, Kiko to the back. Where's that all going? Onto the top of the box. Blind as anything, and Bang just couldn't stand the test.
I mean, Bang heard the ultimate, but he must have assumed that it was in pit instead of being on top of the box right behind it.
Yeah, a bit of confusion there. Here, Team Liquid. Not going to give up any sort of space whatsoever. Look at that, Nora Fett reveals all Zekken. Just lit up, and now rolling thunder right into spawn. Try and hold your ground down, but stunned up once more. Camo is taking liberties and taking name. Hold up, wall, double jump over, so full committal now by Liquid. Thorns have popped off a little bit prior, and Nats is going walkabouts. This guy, oh my. Happy to find the gaps in the defensive plays by Sen.
Oh my god, and they're going for the contact walk through waterfalls. Zelsis has no idea. He's about to get
a clue.
That's masterful calling from Nats.
And this is what they do best. Team Liquid putting a squeeze onto you now as well. So many unknowns circulating around Sentinel's minds. The plan's down. Still, no one's ready for the Heaven Peak himself. Bang! Straight back at you. Now disadvantage to Team Liquid.
One enemy remaining.
Backs to Zekken. Nats left alone. With only 33 health to do it in a 1v2, there's a nade to dodge, and Duke 1 HP can't find a fair fight. It's primed and ready. Paranoia at that, but who's going to be playing off of this? That's my question. Nightfall coming through as well. There's a drone in the face, though. You're suppressed up. And still Decay, maybe kick it in on top of it. It's a showstopper. Where the hell are you sending that one to? The moon? Paddy, he's got 2. And tip top of the rifles, Kiko Kamek making short work of these Sentinels players. Celsius 1v3. He's had a difficult time of things recently. Trying to anchor, played his vice position and role. Ups and downs in terms of his performance, but now he's left to do it all. Discipline, name of the game here for Liquid. Look at him. Not going to give him absolutely anything here. Paranoias.
He's going to ult.
Always did. There's a steel guard committed, but there's salvers in your face. There's a flash in your face. Kitchen sink's going to be coming next. Best of luck to you. Because again, no open fight, Team Liquid. There's no mistakes here with the way that they're playing. Double face up into heaven. Second go for that peek and camo. You're brave to get back posted onto the angle. TT by Bang, yeah. Didn't even hear that one. So happy to pluck camo out of the picture here. And Team Liquid left scrambling, all grouped out. They don't really have any map control here. They wanted to pivot, but they're going to go for the reclear themselves. Aftershock salvos up and around as a smoke into the face of Zek, and he's spamming, spraying, praying. With the Sentinels, no one's hearing them. Still 3 versus 3. TP up into the spawn. What the hell is occurring here? Kickoff.
Oh, this is wild. Is he looking to try to get a timing on John? Is he just trying to pull players towards him?
John's only got a judge, just sat down into the pit.
I mean, you say only got a judge. I wouldn't want to walk in there.
That's very true, but
they're going to try to pinch by the look of things. Kiko's calling the rest of his team back over to this pit.
40 seconds.
They still have drone to work with. They have drone. The drone can inform a stun from Patty. And Kiko,
just going for it.
I don't really like going for it before the rest of the team's in position to help.
30 seconds left.
Sentinels are so split up there.
And this is so slow from Liquid.
Yeah.
Tally-ho in mound, guys. You gotta go forwards.
Might be going right into the maw. John QT, Judge in hand, salvos. A misstep, a gap, but they're spamming it. Almost the expectation of it. Only 13 seconds left. They've got to try and get themselves into this. Highlighted! And turned into pain. Liquid don't really have anybody they can pivot into in case things do go wrong over towards the A hit. And now, oh my god, they're trying to jump spot and bait this wall out. Narrate and Zelsis have stepped up.
First time that this defensive setup has been tested with the vice over here towards A, and it works perfectly. John's also there, ready to collect this pivot into B. And all of this information allows Bang to push out. Sen playing this round very nicely.
Yeah, and the wind is taken out of the sails of these Team Liquid players. They were hoping for faster tempo up, and again, back to the drawing board. Old, classic, and all reliable, which is contacting all the way. And speaking of contacting, Bang is getting constant information. He's clearing up the question marks across the map. Barrel spotted out, but I think he's just missed the mark on that one. And yet, Camo is going to be missing his head too. This is Sentinels putting a squeeze onto these players, and they're just making it look like child's play.
Oh, Narrate on an individual level has been having some rounds.
Probably not intended for the top of that one.
Not where that was supposed to go.
Now we're seeing it, Rolling Thunder. It's going to cleave its way in through the side. Narrate is cleaned up momentarily. He felt like he had to take a fight there, push forward, pass the smoke on top of it. How the hell are you whiffing that one? Almost the open sightlines in time, and the Armageddon's going to be clearing them all the way out. Zelsis, he can't even escape it. Not the ire of it. And the advantage now lies into the hands of Team Liquid. One player up, forward into the position, satchel up on top. It's a high ground perch. Potentially the play around here, and still unable to win these fights out. It's Nats and Kiko, full control, and Bang's left alone to pick up those pieces in a 1v3, and that discipline shines through once more. You can see it. Smoke into the face, though, disrupts the play. And still no swing from Paddy. He's waiting for it, but straight through the smoke. Again, that fake pressure, fake presence, spots out of 2 players.
He's going to see this as the same defensive setup as before.
Line stun connected onto him, I think, actually, and Cowan's going to be falling. Defense was necessary from the rate. Protects his teammate's life.
But it's another good call from Nats. They put a load of pressure over towards A and just walk in B. They're not going to think about this timing.
Well, John, he's got his crosshair trained on it. Yeah, expecting it. At this point, Team Liquid, you know that they end up trending into that. When the going gets rough for them, a lot of walking around, but they at least have a plant down onto the B side. But these retakes from Sen, in particular, have been pretty nice in Sublime. We're seeing it at the Nightfall. He's going to set the stage and a bit of spam as well. Augments this push coming through. The Haunt just cannot be dealt with. It's all on the shoulders of Nats. Too much to overcome there. So, especially now with the drone being utilized. So, getting a bit of a move on. Rapid approach up through the top. But there's a gap into the side of the smoke. And Kamek head clean off. Plant now down. Enough to dissuade this one. Enough to push this one back. And Camo even traded into the process.
Good trading, good teamwork from Sen. And the Thorns are very difficult to get through.
The jump spotting here. Sen have got full control over towards Heaven. Essentially the entirety of the site. Fault line's a good connection though. Hold on. Paddy swinging wide. Nats has found his own! And they have gotten away with murder! It's over towards the A site.
Here comes Zelsis re-clearing.
And he doesn't... Oh, wait a second. The time is kind of missed onto this one. And in the danger zone, Zelsis! Oh, I mean, he's just picked to pieces. Bonus round conversion. Highly likely at this point for Team Liquid. They are in full control. You're going to be walking, waiting. Oh my God, you missed the TP onto that one. Just the slightest of gaps, but all good. You have 55 seconds to work with. You can slow this one down. And John, cracking shot. He's opened up the side potentially. All the setup's going to be going down. Camo, blind as anything. Snakebite at your feet, flashes around, a Haunt too much to deal with here, but he has been lit up, and there it is, swarming into the positions. Everything accounted for. Wonderful salvage of the operation here from Sentinels.
Straight onto the clone.
Yeah, take that.
Cover going out.
Kiko's got to do it all with a ghost in hand. Don't think you're going to be finding same missteps from Sentinels into their post plan. In fact, very much willing to give up a lot of the space here. The C's is going to be missing. Dodging, juking. All eyes on Kiko. Too many players to really try and take down. Run away. Even a potential path into the A side, but as that nade rebounds, Carrick is going to be forced to respect it. Slow down a little bit of patience inserted, but still the shot's landing. Kamek wins it, and that defense is in order here, but still backs to the side. Second unleashes. 2 left to stand here for Liquid. Trying to get in here a bit fast and loose, and even the armor getting committed out towards the tail end, but choked out of the site entirely. This Team Liquid stepping forwards. That's smoke in his face. Bit of util to help him with the push, but it's all being watched for. No missteps.
And a save from Kamek by the look of things. He doesn't want to go for the 1v3, doesn't want to charge up Zekan's ult any closer. Huge double kill from the fearless entry player of Sentinels. Super difficult for Team Liquid to hold on. They want to fight forwards before Zekan can get in position.
I love potential. I mean, just body spotting out wide. Flash is dealt with as well. Camo, oh my, he's doing it all. Still showstopper in the hands a second, but he's cleaned up. Tried to sit nice and pretty into the cage. You can't escape the eye of Nats, and that neural theft is going to be pointing it all out.
The spike is committed. Sen have to go for this. Does Nats even realize?
Didn't even connect. What a shot. Bang to be the savior in that spot. Picks up the spike, 40 seconds left to play with. Kamek is left reeling.
It's a 1v2 where Kamek does not have very good information. And John, if he gets the plan, can play around the Viper's pit. It's a bit of a weird spot. Like, you don't know whether you necessarily want to commit the ultimate. And Sen are taking a risk here, but just because of the time they have to run into A. You can't clear all of these angles. If Kamek was tucked in some corner and had gambled correctly on the A site, maybe this could all be over.
I mean, they're very lucky here at this point. There's going to be, what, like 10 seconds left? There was Salvos in the back pocket of Kamek. If he was here, could have just single-handedly won the round out, but wait a minute. Hold on. Is that going to be a kill confirmed? Not quite. A little bit too slow when Kamek was that far away, and the pit's even just being used to try and secure this round, but Kamek's all the way up into their faces. Decay damage kicking in, but he needs to isolate these fights, and he just can't get it. Full committal by Liquid. Paddy has to hold down B! Crosshair placement is just impeccable! Zekan is rinsing him, man. And that's steps wide with the Guardian in hand. I mean, it's just wild sprays at best.
The blind is dead.
Team Liquid just being cut to pieces.
They've been hit with a haymaker at the very end. What an entry from Zekan. That's the kind of quality, that's the kind of form you want to see from this guy. Camo, Nats, trying to save.
Primed and ready are Sentinels for any sort of attempt at a flood attempt, but actually, as I say that, they just leave a massive gap into the back still. Doesn't matter. All the players are Liquid toppling in the end. Decent show of things from Nats, but nevertheless here, Sentinels, 13-7 finish on Lotus. We needed to see this.
And I said that they were going to do that. Actually, they're contacting down here.
Switched it up, man, and blood is going to be pouring and taken. Sen managed to salvage it ever so slightly, just stopping it, but still, Paddytech is hard committed into the corner. And look at that, head on a swivel. There is that defense in order. And return. Orchestrates to be a hit over towards it, and the drone spots it all out. So getting the information off and the counter spam, picture perfect, isn't it? Shows the control of the round is going to be held down to Sen here.
John's 2 away from having his ult online. He could be the player to go and try to hunt for a kill or something.
Celsius. Off flash into his face. Luckily, anti-flash positions played.
It's really nice positioning actually from Celsius. You're anticipating them going aggressive through that smoke. And so he's trying to tuck close to it.
Yeah.
They have multiple different ways that they try to hold on to mid control and mid information.
Cleared away and now getting a bit of a move on. The second few bullets just tagging on to Zekken, slowing him down, and that dart is not dealt with. So Kamik, good value to be had. Drone now going to be offloaded, but Sentinel's not trying to slow down here. They want to try and brute force into the site. It's going to be hard. Same can be said about the retake of Team Liquid unless they get a few more kills. Still, they have that player advantage. Sambo's in through the back. That's going to be flushing one of the players out, but no one was ready actually for that. Celsius. Challenge going to be incoming potentially any time now, and there it is. Got a lot to do. Stun, good connection, slowing these players down to a crawl. These Cloudbursters cannot save you there. Locked out of the site, narrate, close quarters, combat! And 2 heads taken clean away. Kiko, no choice but to scurry away. But they have players towards the back of the site now that no command Armageddon will be used in conjunction, seeing if they can carve out a path onto the side and not anticipating it. What a beautiful position to play in by Kiko. Nats, he's straight into the fray, dropping down and away in the reaction. And distraction is all that is needed. Whatsoever are they? Drone to lead the way, up top, Blade Storm in hand, Zekken slices and dices but finally gets his target. Drops him down, 70 HP left, Paranoia connects, but a lot to deal with here. Wait a second, still the open box with a Cloudburst into the back. That signifies absolutely everything. Return to the fire, Paddy's there. Equivalent exchange, but still that player disadvantage for Liquid. John with the plan, he's alone onto the site here, giving it up almost entirely. Just the Sentinels playing off. John's got to be a bit of bait for them. Maybe if he can pull out some of that util from Liquid. Good anchor smoke as well for him to play around, but Nats is fully aware of this one with the shorty. Yep, skipping a hop. Straight into his face. Still, only 2 players left alive now, and Team Liquid have got a lot to do. They're off left again. Revealing positions, but everybody dropping. And speaking of dropping, Nats with a perfect lineup. The damage done. Softened up the rate. 4-piece for Nats. Team Liquid. It's all been slowed. Causing a bit of concern for them still. It's a flash that doesn't really quite connect to the refight. Is sublime! Team Liquid! Kill and now putting the squeeze onto these B players, but as you said, it's individualistic and a little bit uncertain from Sentinels. Paranoia sweeps forwards, nade. It's going to be rebounding. Ult popped off, but well, the gun just wasn't out. Couldn't have anything to play around here, and Camo, he's on a bit of an island. Doesn't really know where these players might be. Still damage done, the rate from the side. That's a bullet to the temple of Camo.
Kamik's on the flank though. He's coming around deep from B main. I don't think they're thinking about it yet.
Sentinels, they made a call though to flip the site entirely, so they might not even have to worry about this one. If they can try and force that fight out, and now they're going to be aware of it. Paid the price in blood with Bang going down, jumping through. And the gun, well, util was just pulled out there, so it's an instant trade-off. The rate wins his. The most important fight that he could possibly do. 6 bullets left, and the dart is dealt with. They know where the last player is. It's planted for him on top of it. Kamik, defuse, sticking, half! And the head just poking up.
Favored on this map.
Sentinels looking to run this one back again. This time they have an abundance of ults. All going to be utilized here. So Armageddon's going to be forcing Camo out of the fight here. Salvo's up through heaven as well. There will be no swing occurring. What just happened? How has that happened? What just occurred? Team Liquid gifted a lifeline, but Senna trying to batter their way back into the round.
You can't win a round where 2 of your players jump off the cliff.
Gotta see a replay after that, but still, they're fighting tooth and nail. They don't want to give this one up. What a blunder, or possibly an outplay. Yet to be seen, but the round has been slowed down all the way through.
It's got to have been a blunder. They must have body blocked each other. They must have body blocked each other in midair. There was no assist. There's no trip there. There's no bullet tag. I think that's just a straight up beef.
Mad dash here from Celsius. Trouble is, Nat's full setup, still active, still alive. And a double push down mid. John might not be long for this ward. He's making all the noise into the ward and they're creeping forwards. Can't even isolate a fight. Leaves it to the 1v3. Zelsis has been tested. Pushed in positions before, but winning clutches. The past has been a rarity for him, but he needs to isolate at least one of these fights. Team Liquid are not giving him anything. Cam was still up, getting that info, and yeah, instantaneous is the trade. Reciprocated. And I gotta see that replay, man.
Yeah, we've got to see what happened there.
I gotta see it.
I mean, what just occurred? Sentinels lost not just one player, but two right as they were about to run their execute. What is going on here?
Oh no.
They body blocked each other. They must have done. Yep, they both went for the jump at the same time.
No.
And that's brutal, man.
There's a wry smile on the face of Narrate, but he knows what rounds like that can mean.
Yeah. I mean, the suppression coming through as well. Zekken couldn't even use the updraft to save himself in that spot. How do you pick yourself up after that?
It's a gift from the gods for Liquid, isn't it? Mana raining from heaven, along with two Sentinels players.
Here.
Slurp it up. Similar play we've seen from Sentinels before, but last time it was individualistic. Here's a no command. It's going to be emanating out now.
That's caught the timing.
Out onto the side, Paddy from the side, and that's still active, still kicking, and so is Camo. In through, they cannot get this guy out of here. Finally removed from the fight and the fray, but again, open sight lines up through the top, and that's a wide swing. It's relentless from Liquid. Hit. Really brought to a crawl. It's a dart up into the face as well. The dash. Oh, he's just trying to find usage out of it. I mean, Zekken being forced into the fight once more. Out through into main. Kamek, not expecting that from the side. Oh my. It's odds and ends. It's scraps from Sentinels that they managed to bring into this one.
And it's a great teleport from the Ray. Deep onto default, getting himself into a position to use the Judge. They've salvaged this.
They have, certainly. Still, Ray hasn't found a rifle into the process here. He's got a Judge out back. Heaven's not watched for. Yeah, he has to just jump out wide. No one was watching his back. That's why I felt like he was forced to make a fight! You cannot drop the ball like this. Nats, defuse, sticking. Smoke in his face, he's got that safety here. Right clicks with a classic, but Arm's been hurt, 5 bullets left. Bang! Down, no pushback, and another player themselves. Team Liquid, they understand the necessity of risks. You're a player down, they'll try and take the fight up close and personal. Camo, he's got the one, dash forwards and back and around. Camo, too much to overcome. It's nice in the micro. Sen getting a bit of a move on. 2 left to stand. Kamek, Kiko, what can you do from this spot? Finding your ones, tapping away with a ghost in hand. This is it. Discipline and aim at its core. But it leaves it down to that 1v1. John QT, just 10 HP to work with. Kiko, jump spot, shot doesn't land as well. It's an impossibility. And keep to the Sentinels players. If they can push them back, it was a knife thrown back and doesn't really deny the drone from sweeping through. Liquid have got that space, but it's an anchor smoke. And how do you get through this one? Nats, he wants to leap right in! Bang! Bang! It's a 3-piece. Can't quite manage the 4th, but honestly, it's a miracle in itself. And it leaves it just down to Kamek. 1v3 scenario. Plant stuck. At least wants the money for his troubles. The drone's going to be spotting him way out there. And he's removed from the picture.
If Sentinel
from Sentinels that they can anchor over, maybe make the B side a little bit more weaker. It's a lot of util as well, yet to be expended, and now, okay, trying to send it, but right into the bullets, and the open arms here of Zekken still. It's exchanged. Good return of the fire there by Nats. Instant TP though. Let's see if they can see this fight occurring. Nats is the one who's trying to take point and contact right into the fight once more, spraying it down. John! My God, man! Still. Tries to retreat, tries to escape, and Zelsis just walking straight back in. Picks off Kiko. Kamek once more left in an almost impossible scenario. And impossible is where it will stay. Here it is, TP's off and around to the side here. Bang! There's the challenge, flashing up and over. There's a dart on top of it. It's too much to overcome here. Players weren't in position, as you mentioned. Sentinels were anticipating a mid-play. Slowed down a bit now, though. Zekken with the operator in hand. going to be awkward to try and play this retake, unless he's gifted one, which he is. The deep peek by Kickoff does not come up with anything at all. Team Liquid, it's an aggro hold out towards the back, and god damn man, I mean second, he's not slowing down. Alongside his team, the Blades whistled away, Kamek with a chance, potentially to contain, that is up.
They read the fact that Nats was going to go for the lurk play. Here, do they read this?
Oh my, the dart reveals it. Kickoff steps forwards, it's coverage. And equalized, at least by Zelsis up and over the shoulder, but you've removed Zekken from mid. Leaves a massive hole in the defense of Sen. They are seeking to reclaim a bit of information, a bit of space, going to be gathered, at least with the drone being broken. And the rate, time to shine, son! Armageddon is the cherry on top. Not quite necessary, but listen, that was primed and ready before he got the three-piece.
And they did just lose at 1v4.
Surely.
Then there's nobody looking. He is not looking this direction.
Camo, snappy. Good adjustment with the spray, but now he's revealed his hand and the position at that narrate. Backing himself around here to pull and a flash. Spike is in no man's land. So many things that have to go right, and it's just not happening. Great spots it. We'll get the damage in, but okay. Well, dashing forwards into the smoke. Can't really survive that one. Too much spam occurring. Hunter's Fury. Kamek, he's desperate for the connection, desperate for a kill to potentially help his team out. And well, okay, flash up and over. Bang trying to play off it, but we'll be going straight to the grave as a response.
Spike planted.
Delta's peppering away. Hoping he can get a few of these tags onto these players.
To Cliff, and the salvos are going to connect.
And here it is, pushing them out wide into the open still. A lot to account for, a lot to contest with. Sentinels leaves it down to second. And with the tap, fades away. Smoke and go button.
This is the weak site, finally. Nats has discovered it. They're not
getting through.
It's all right, that was just a teleport.
TPs, what, you're right into the sight line of Zekken. Tracking the money, he's lucky enough to do that damage as well. He's found himself, his team, an advantage.
You'd expect Team Liquid to go for some kind of post-plant aggression here. They've been doing it every time they're down players. Does anyone follow the drone? Oh, they're all just playing off-site apart from Kickoff. I mean, he has got to be the hero here for Liquid.
Knife tags one. Knife tags one. That was Kickoff. Picked up onto the site, immediately dealt with 3 players left to stand here. Liquid, once more, are going to need a miracle. Util already expended, and this is it. Send a swarm in the site. Full control, up and over it, bang, sticking onto the defuse now. Dart, it's barely even a warrior to the back of their minds, and the bullets need to rain down and find that connection.
They're finally doing something through mid. Team Liquid have not done very many of these slow, defaulty kind of rounds. I'm not exactly sure why.
Bang,
because it's working.
It's caught in transition there.
Here.
He's hoping to retreat back over towards heaven, so open and pick for the way a Team Liquid drone. Paranoid up, you're taking a peek and a wonder. Narrate, very much alone.
I mean, this is going to be a thrifty here.
I mean, it definitely is. Zelsis now is entirely isolated and he's going to be squeezed at a moment's notice. They've picked apart the defense.
This was too easy. As soon as Team Liquid put a couple of bodies in mid and tried to split, they've destroyed Sentinels. Stop doing the execs, guys.
Almost comes back to, maybe you should just play mid.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is what I'm saying.
It brings them to 12. It's been a weird map of Valorant just in terms of where the momentum's lied. It's felt like Sen just had it in full control, even though Team Liquid were dragging it ahead by a few rounds, thanks to the pistol rounds they managed to pick up. But with this,
we were actually thinking, if you want to be clearing out mid, and they're going into the heavy, strong side of Sentinels again, these are the kind of rounds that have not worked for Liquid.
Flash up and over, dash forwards as well! No way! The race is a menace to society! And he's put a stop straight away to the funny business that was that exec. Wasn't a slow default. You were all into the play, and once more you're going to go for the re-hit once now. The cloudburst at your feet, Camo, perched up high and mighty! And a crossfire is elite! Bodies topple and fall, and John, not long for the world there. Was quiet though. Once more bang. He's been a playmaker, but what a timing to take! And surely that's it for Liquid. Celsius. No hope in hell, he's trying to spray away, but running out of bullets, and Tekken now forced to play the retake with the op. Now listen, he's done damage with this into the past, but up close, flash into the peak. Bloody hell, even a reveal on top of him, but Camo still can't quite claim it. Spam countered up, but the rifle players just can't get it done. They can't remove this guy. Surely this is it. Tapping away, rifle aim on point for Team Liquid. And they've dominated all the appropriate angles. Kickoff falls though. Taken out, Heaven still not dealt with. Player up top, Zekken. This is precise. Dashes forward to escape that ire. Camo spamming away up on top of the ropes. He knows the damage has been done with a shorty, but time ticking, needs to be held. John!
I don't think they have it, Bren! Oh! I got panicked there for a moment. But they still had nearly a second on the clock. Couldn't get it. John's on his feet.
Oh, on top of it, it's a fake dash forwards into the smoke, but supplementary util. Narrate is up in the face of a potential player, and that IGL up through into the smoke as well. And it's damage needs to be done. Narrate still moving forwards here, with Nats crumbling. Kamik off to the side, and the timing's just so damn unfortunate. Sentinels complete control of the site, but Heaven needs to be watched for, and Zekken has got to put his crosshair onto it. Eyes watchful for it. Flash into the face, dodged by Kiko. Need a steady hand in moments like this. 3v4 for Liquid. Pushing forwards. Make it 3v3. Opportunities available for them. Flashes and util's going to be used. The tap onto the plan as well is going to be forcing that reaction out, and the kills flying through! Liquid! Doing a good job of it, but they got to convert here, and now it's a high-low setup. A lot of damage done here to Zekken, and now turning up the heat. Straight away forwards, the raid! Sky not willing to give up that space still, the trade is intact. That's just spam straight through. Flash even connecting, Zekken has got a lot to do. 9 HP though, narrowly avoiding depth. It's like dodge, maneuver, players maintaining control of all of this, and that's been cleaned up, spotted, out through mid. Crosshair placement is perfection from Zekken.
He's just played a difficult situation so perfectly. Kamik, he won a 1v4 earlier. If he could get a 1v3 to complete Abyss, his team would be sitting pretty
already. The net tightening, and Zekken just plays the round. Wants to try and draw some blood out of some of these accompanying players. Now Sen, they haven't sent a spike this way. I mean, there's 30 seconds left into the round. It's a mad scramble now to see if they can supplement this one, gain access to the site, but a knife is going to be tagging them. And where are the kills? They have to be found! Narrate can't quite wrangle the rifle in time to hit the second one, but it's a trade intact now for Liquid and a plant online for Sentinels. Nothing pushing this one back. Drone. Slightest of pauses. Bated breath from Team Liquid. Now starting to make their moves, and Kiko, he's delivering. It's already 2 for him. Look to do a bit more damage at that. Smokes into the face of these players and just lined up for all of them to topple. Team Liquid, they can spam the last remaining play.
Takes the timing, so these players on A, they are alone for a while.
Yeah. Now here it is. See if they can find kills that they need here. Paranoia up into the face there. Zelsis cannot stand it down. Attempt to hold it down. Knife gets the information.
And no salvos. Suppression.
Exactly, so no denial of this plan coming through. This is Team Liquid now primed, surely. Hunting and hoping for map 3. Paranoid sweeps, that's a dash through, straight into the back on top of it, but Bang has already been dropped outside into it. The kills might be flooding through. Feed does feel. Fills up a little bit of this teal. Narrate off to the side here. Still, it's a post plan that needs to be played by Liquid. A tap to try and force that reaction. Double faced up. Zekken can't quite land it. Smoke's finally online with a one-way and swinging wide. Not enough in time. Nats is the one to do it all in that spot. That flash as well alongside it, but they are walked all the way up. They might just miss the timing here. Team Liquid flash up into the face. Yeah, Paddy. It's not long for this world. Kamik swinging round and wide. He needs to return that fire. Camo over the shoulder. Bit of stray bullets and spam as the smokes are just dropped down. Advantage here for Liquid. They found it.
I've got to assume that Paditek there got killed by a player that was full blind. Nat's going to pop the wall. He's playing the weak side of the map almost all the time for them on the defensive bind. He's got this orb up at default as well that makes it pretty difficult to get nice plants.
Three players up through heaven here. Team Liquid just trying to barge their way back into the side as well, and the fight is going their way. John dropped down to just 11 HP. Bang up and over. Clean shots necessary for Sentinels to stand a chance. They slow it down with the salvos, but everybody's positioned. As you mentioned, an exchange when it comes to the fuel timings. Just up and down they go. Nade to the floor. Bang. Just get the one kill, but that's okay. Just can't quite retreat there, but there's a molly at the feet, and John, yeah, very ready for that one. So good util from Sen, flushing out these players.
And a bit of a mistake from Camo as well. Does Kamik try to find a timing here? He has.
Got away in.
He's worked in way further forward than they're going to think.
They flash through. This is a beautiful timing, and yes, Elsis none the wiser. Bullet to the side there. It's weaker weaponry from Team Liquid, but they're doing decent work with it. Nevertheless, here with man through the back as well. Through the full kills. Need to be found. Bang. Trying to maintain control and composure in through the round. And swinging wide. What? To molly to the chest and a ghost approach in through the B side, looking to try and squeeze these players and see if they can listen, man. Team Liquid. They're doing damage, but Raid and Bang, he sidestepped the damage. The bullets while they're at it, out through the back. They weren't expecting that kind of timing. Nats, he's straight in the fray, straight into the fight.
Down B.
Running a mockery over all of them. John QT, that's an Armageddon expended, but way ahead of this one. It's a slow ult at that. Isolates the one, but does he know where Camo is? Does he know where Camo is? The answer is no. Walking, contacting, called by Sen, but how the hell do you navigate this one? Snakebite dropped down as well. It's going to be a nade. They're going to try and get all the way past this. Showstopper going wide as well. And bullets are flying. Exchange the handshake across the site. 4 versus 4 in through the smokes. Drop down. Shorty in play. Bang. Just spraying down with pellets. Camo. Drop down. Sent straight back to that spectator seat. It's 3 versus 4. Creeping through onto the flank though. Shoulder to shoulder. It's a pit drop down as well, but this might just give them more ins. Kiko moving forwards, and second, he doesn't anticipate this whatsoever. Yeah, with a pit in their face, there's no instant trade-off. Molly at the feet as well. It's going to be locking these Sen players out and wide. Sliders the gaps. They managed to get past it, but still they need the kills, and they need them now. Trade in sight. It's a 1v2, and it's just stuck all the way. A bit. Oh, wow, ADS up with a Bulldog. Listen, it's not great, even on the best of days. Sentinels
Over here.
made out on the better side of that engagement there. Now you're going to see the Seeker trying to pave the way. Kiko very much alone when he's trying to make this play here. But John, do you take that peak timing? Oh my god, oh my goodness! Hit a barrel, just poked through and gave him that perfect timing. Slowed all the way down and it's pulled rotations, and Paddy and Nats, a lot to overcome. It's a TP pivot. They had no control of showers when they made this play here, Sen. There's danger. They could have got caught out, and having to use the drone now to clear out through short. Still,
you can't lose this to Nats. You can't lose this to Nats.
But he is the definition of a ratty player. He defined it, man. Made it popular. No coverage inside. Nats! God damn! Ammo.
Oh, Nats is inside another smoke.
And look at this position. Trade. He's 13 HP. They can't even remove this guy. Took tight to the corner, another smoke to replenish. Did they expect him to be gone at this point? The answer. Listen, they're going to be getting the answer soon enough, potentially. Here's a Trailblazer used by Paddy out towards the back, and that's all respect a bit of that space as well, as the smoke will be going down soon enough. Salvos going to be used.
With the orbital strike, they still have an opportunity to scorch the earth of B.
Sen going to be trying to cut this one up now. It's all about partitioning up the sites and winning the fights up, but how the hell a Team Liquid getting away with still orbital strike? Does the job, does it well. Kamik runs it up close into the corner, and Celsius had to be the playmaker. He was that case still. He's brought it to that 2v2, and they're not out. Danger yet.
You just gave Nats a smoke to play around.
Oh dear, 14 seconds. There's no clearance into the site. You can see it. They're fighting demons at this point, and his name is Nats. Creeping round, and my god! And it's all tempo, it's all pace. Sentinels, my god, Nats! This guy is relentless. They're already dead at this point. The Team Liquid. They don't give him a chance! Team Liquid, Camo perched, he sees the barrel, and it's just poking out as well. Mistakes are piling up at this point. Miracle Nothing short of divine intervention is what's needed and necessary. He's in the walls, man. He's in the walls. Good luck toppling him. The damage is done.
Nats again with an opportunity.
Camo's here to play spoiler. Oh, the rocket denied. It's a beautiful drone. Gets the suppression off, but it's a quick reaction. Lining them up. Oh my God, blink of an eye. Zelta's even goes down a second. Bloodthirsty.
They finally shut down Nats. Popped his pit. Got run down. They threw bodies at the problem. Kiko, I beg you don't win this.
I mean, surely, Sen, there's got to be no gaps here. There's got to be no gaps, and the swing comes through.
Off this, because he could get one.
They do. I think it was the smoke that kind of spelled it out there.
Well, now, as soon as there's a player pushed up like that, you expect the rest of B to be free. Nats does his fast TP play.
Brady just can't win out the duel there, facing too many players. Tango with Plant. Has to go down here by John. No contestation, but it's a rapid play at that. Look at it, footsteps maneuvering. Team Liquid want to get straight back into the fight in the fray in second. Is eager. Drawing blood earlier to set the tone of this round at least. Round 12. Okay, Nats should not be favored there. Hopping up. And the playmaker himself, listen, backs to all sorts of these players. Sentinels just not ready for it right now. Wingman scatters forwards, and look at the squeeze they put on him.
Pistol round before, double flash through Nat's wall.
And he's trying to go for this one here, and Zekken caught to the corner, back against the wall. It's a bloodbath. The paint in the A site in it.
Beautiful setup. Sentinels not ready. They looked like they had some kind of idea that there was going to be a short push going on. But they couldn't stop the double flash play.
2 versus 4. But John just can't quite whip the ghost around in time. This is Liquid on the verge. Absolutely unreal stuff. Zelsis, time is ticking, son. The hourglass running dry. It is do or die.
They're just going to try to go all the way up here. Catch,
They
bang.
hit a jump spot. They're pre-aiming it.
Beautiful.
Not long for the world. And this might be it, the impetus. The first death blow of many. Wingman sent in, Salvos to deny this one, but the plan will go off without a hitch anyway. Kiko follows through, star player removed. Team Liquid aiming to send City home. Narrate swinging wide, but he's just one man. And it's all Nats.